Hello out there. I am Terry, Reiki Master and Astrologer. If you're new here, I do these little astrology transits, and today I'm going to do Uranus conjunct the moon. And I am recording this right before a major blood moon eclipse in Taurus with a Uranus conjunct the moon transit, and I just wanted to dive a little deeper into this transit. And you can also watch this video anytime you're looking for more information. This will just be a general transit about Uranus conjunct the moon, and I'm feeling kind of witchy. I've got my moon mirror today, and we will, you can use a mirror like this or a crystal ball for moon gazing or crystal ball gazing, which would be a really good activity for a Uranus conjunct the moon transit like we're having on this blood moon eclipse. If you want more information about the blood moon eclipse, you can go to my full Taurus blood moon eclipse video. And I think the motto for a Uranus conjunct moon transit is, "The trouble is you think you have time." I think that was Jack Cornfield who said that. And the truth is, none of us are going to have time when Uranus conjuncts the moon. It's like time is speeding up, and we can have these big changes, these quantum leaps forward, because the energy is running higher and faster than ever. And we are collectively leaping into a great unknown so quickly with this Taurus blood moon eclipse. But anytime Uranus, that fast speeding innovation energy, conjuncts the moon that just lights it up in this way that things just kind of speed up, and you can go through a whole cycle, like a karmic cycle, much quicker. I think of it like a Reiki attunement. When you receive a Reiki attunement, it just opens the energy centers and your energy frequency rises up and things just start to happen. People go, "Oh my God, I made more progress in 3 months after my Reiki attunement than I have in 10 years. And that's the kind of energy that we will be seeing with this Uranus conjunct the moon, as things just speed up and we can really make changes now. And whether you're looking at a Uranus conjunct the moon in your personal birth chart, maybe you have Uranus conjunct the moon, and if so, you are an innovator, my friend, and an inventor. Or maybe you came to this video because you're experiencing a transit where, like, maybe transiting Uranus is conjunct your moon, or vice versa. The moon could be coming around to conjunct your natal birth Uranus. Either way, we get this Uranus moon conjunction, and it typically happens, in a chart a couple times. And Uranus conjunct the moon transit will give us an impulsiveness that is driven by our subconscious, because the moon rules our subconscious. And I have a handy dandy psychology degree where I learned that 90% of our actions are ruled by our subconscious mind. So a Uranus conjunct the moon time can be an excellent time for hypnosis, or just getting into your subconscious mind and trying to alter your subconscious belief systems, your subconscious thoughts that are ruling your mind. And if you're not paying attention to your subconscious, it's like you're letting a monkey drive your bus. Your subconscious is just not working for you if you're not paying attention to what your subconscious thoughts are. And the best way to tap into that really is through hypnosis. And this transit is never boring, because it just breaks you right out of boring. With Uranus is it's almost too exciting. Uranus is almost too exciting. You can have sudden, unexpected events with the Uranus conjunct the moon, and it can create huge shifts, paradigm shifts, and huge changes in your life that set you on a totally different trajectory related to your relationship issues. You might have a family dispute. You might decide to stop speaking to someone in your family, or just a significant change in direction. This is a time when a lot of people think about moving. And I say I wouldn't move in a Uranus conjunct moon, and I also wouldn't make any big decisions now. This is the time to get ready, to be ready, to make the plan, write it in your journal. I'm going to move to Peru, but don't actually move to Peru because this energy is just too volatile. It's too crazy making. It's better to just think about what you're going to do than to actually go forth and do it, because you might have some obstacles if you try to do something during a Uranus conjunct the moon. And Uranus also rules lightning storms, earthquakes, and even political worldly tremors. And we have this Uranus conjunct moon at the Taurus eclipse right during an election. So we may just be shaken out of our complacent life with a Uranus conjunct the moon. And something may come up for you regarding a friendship or a relationship with a woman with a Uranus conjunct moon, and a shift in that relationship. Maybe you want to take a break from somebody because you're just not on the same page right now, or maybe a really close friend moves away and you're not going to see that person in your life anymore, or you're working with somebody and they get a different job. You may have some kind of shift in a female relationship, or Uranus conjunct moon can bring about new friendships with females. Maybe you're going to go on a woman's retreat and make a whole bunch of new soulmate girlfriends at this time. That would be a retreat, would be a beautiful thing to do during a Uranus conjunct the moon transit. And it all depends on which house this Uranus conjunct the moon transit or natal is in your chart for how it will show up in your life. And wherever it shows up, you may have some disruptive, unexpected, or even shocking events that take place. And sometimes it can be a shocking event for the good. You know, maybe you win the lottery, or maybe, you know, somebody you know dies. Like, could go the whole gamut of good and bad. There could be good and bad, shocking, unexpected events, right? And for instance, if it's in your 6th house of health and routine, your normal work schedule maybe just thrown off suddenly. You might have to work the night shift and you're not sleeping at night, and that affects your sleep patterns, and that causes health problems, and your whole routine is just overnight just thrown off kilter. That's a kind of thing you might see with a Uranus conjunct the moon in the 6th house. If a moon conjuncts Uranus in the 2nd house of wealth, you can have extreme financial windfall, like that winning that Powerball moment, or you could have a huge financial loss where something happens and it's really expensive and you find yourself immediately going into debt. It could go either way. And it just depends on what other planets are at play and what other things are going on in your astrology chart. But I tell you, it is all written in the stars. You can do an astrology reading and see it all just playing out. I've been reading charts now for about 20 years, and it is amazing to see how much is written in our charts about these big life events. And a Uranus conjunct moon transit is something big, something unexpected. A surprise party is going to happen for you, and we just can't really predict it. As Uranus conjunct the moon is the hardest transit to predict, whether it will be positive or negative. It just depends what else is going on in your chart. And I personally wouldn't make any big decisions under this transit. It's almost like you're under the influence, and you can get mystical, magical insights now about your path ahead, but I just wouldn't act on them. And this is a time to get really quiet and just listen to your gut and tap into your instincts. Pay attention to any signs along the way that are guiding you for where you should go. And Your instincts during this period will be heightened, and your psychic abilities are stronger now than ever if you have a moon conjunct Uranus. And people born with moon conjunct Uranus are some of the most intuitive, psychic people I know. And you may also have these brilliant flashes of insight just showing up. Just maybe you have a dream about something you want to invent, and once in a while you get shown the light in the strangest of places if you look at it right. That's a Grateful Dead lyric, but it's really true. That's so moon conjunct Uranus. You just might have some kind of enlightening moment where you have that aha, the Oprah aha moment, like, oh my God, I just figured out my whole life in one flash, and it comes so quick, and then you can make that quantum leap, you know, just jump way ahead. It's like we're playing a board game, and when you have that Uranus conjunct the moon, you have this instinct that just allows you to roll the double sixes and move your piece way ahead of everyone else. And it is an exciting time. Uranus conjunct the moon is so exciting. And during Uranus conjunct moon, it's a wonderful time to lighten your schedule and take some time out. Maybe go on a meditation retreat, or take a Reiki class and get that Reiki attunement that raises your energetic vibration, or do yoga, breath work, get out in nature and do some forest bathing, some nature therapy, and just really get out of your normal day-to-day routine. Break free if you can. Uranus is all about breaking out and breaking free and breaking through. And do something totally different, even if it's just driving home a different way that day, or just, you know, just mixing up your schedule and doing something you've never done before. This is a skydiving moment. And if you can also get really quiet and get into that receiving mode, and make sure you're listening to the whispers in the wind, as spirit will be trying to speak through you and speak to you. This is a great channeling transit with this Uranus conjunct moon. So, you know, take some time out. Maybe do some automatic writing or some journal writing to just tap into this higher wisdom, this divine wisdom that's trying to come through. And pay attention to your dreams, writing down your dreams. They may have sacred messages, divine messages there too. And just try something new. Look for a new way, a new solution. Uranus is all about innovations and inventions. And don't be afraid to do something totally out of the ordinary that will shock your friends and family. If you were going to get a crazy tattoo, this would be the time, or a wild piercing, and your friends and family will probably think you are acting weird. But this transit is very short-lived, so just embrace your wild with this Uranus conjunct the moon. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for a chance to win a free astrology chart on the next full moon.